Hello everyone, this is Cody Brandon from the NWS, and no, I'm not doing breaking news. I'm in the attire that I would do for breaking news, but I am dressed for a reason. It's sort of a metaphor for what I am talking about here. The reason why I'm dressed up. Now, think about this. Why would I be dressed up for this? You guys go to a fancy dinner, go to an award show, go to church. Yes. What happens at the church? Pray. Yes. Sometimes marriage ceremonies. Yes, that's true. But what's another thing? Funerals. Yes, funerals. I'm dressed up like I'm going to a funeral because it could be that, except, well, I wouldn't be wearing jeans at a funeral. I'll be wearing nice pants and um, all that. But the point of this is okay, it's TNA. Now, I'm not going to bash on it, really. Well, maybe slip of the tongue a little bit, but other than that, I'm not going to be hardcore like I was. No. I'm going to give them credit. Um, as you all know, they've been going through a bit of money problems as of late. Um, the lowest they hit was Slammiversary, where it almost didn't happen. Their anniversary almost didn't happen, but they were able to pull through, and I applaud them for that. Despite how I think about the show, I still applaud them for being able to go through with the show. Good job on them. However, there are multiple articles I'm going to put in the description down below. Um, put it this way, TNA is in trouble again, and it looks like it's unavoidable. But what I mean by that is TNA does not have the money to fund Bound for Glory. Okay, it's just a fact they don't have enough money to fund Bound for Glory or the next Impact tapings. Um, they have gone through kind of a switch of ownership. Billy Corgan is the president, Dix Carter's the chairman, all that kind of stuff. They're right near the Bound for Glory. And personally, for me, if they have just enough to fund Bound for Glory, I would personally fund for Bound for Glory, and then that'd be the end. That's just me. And really, either way, with what I would do, um, it does involve going through Bound for Glory. Okay, I think the TNA fans deserve that. They deserve one last show. Yes, we would. I would be doing live reactions. I would even watch it out of respect, for it being their last show. Um, despite what I think about the product, and despite what I think, which is TNA should go down under, it is a shame when the reality hits, and it's like, oh, that's going to happen, right? It is a shame, especially since I was a longtime fan of TNA up until, really up until this year, a few months ago, actually. Um, the reality hurts worse when you realize that's an actual possibility than just saying it out of the blue. And that really came to blow with me. So what is going on with TNA? Well, like I said, they're having money problems. They don't have enough to fund Bound for Glory, but also this little Vinny McMahon, or however Brooke already describes it, coming along being a serious bidder. Now, where did this happen before? WCW, right? Mm-hmm. WCW. I don't think they really fought out ECW, but they beat their competition ECW bad to the point where they went out of business. Now, um, Billy Corgan has come on and said that they have until Friday to make the deal, otherwise Bound for Glory is not happening. If that doesn't happen, then the whole company's gonna go. The talent is concerned with what might happen, and some veterans backstage are even nervous. Like, yeah, well, we've been in this situation before, but it's a new kind of um, concern, which is it. It is. It absolutely 100% is. And some of them don't want to go to WWE. You know what? That's fine. That's on their own accord. Um, but I think people are realizing that the end is here. That the end of TNA Impact Wrestling is here. Whether TNA fanboys want to accept it or not, whether they're in denial, whether they don't believe the money issues. The fact is, the money issues are there. What mind boggles me is, you know how much it costs a week, or how much it costs to do a week of tapings? Around $600 to $800,000, and that is mind boggling to me. For as little as they have, you would think that it would barely, like it might barely go $100,000. Um, and part of it, for me, in my opinion, is the stuff that they did with Broken Matt Hardy, with the compound and everything, the more like movie-like sort of deals that they're doing. I think part of that is part of the reason why it's so expensive, but that also you're having the talent stay in for like multiple shows on different days, filling the tapings in advance, and then um, it, I mean, paying for their paychecks, you're paying for the production, you're paying for the TV time, you're paying for the amount of times used, which it still mind boggles me that it goes around to $600 to $800,000. It still is completely beyond me. Um, and the fact that it really is a shame that Bound for Glory is this close, right in the grass, that they just had enough money they would make it, but they might not be able to make it. And Billy Corgan even said himself that even if he does get the money, it won't go on for months to come. Well, it will go on for a few months, but not even months to come. So eventually, he basically admitted that by 2017, TNA is gone. So it's a matter of doing it now and taking the horse to the back shed and shooting it and putting it out of his misery, or ride it for however long you possibly can until it dies. Um, for me, they're gonna run into this problem again. I give it, and I told my friends this, I give it by my birthday next year. If they do this, if they do pull this off, I give it till then, and that is really where it would end, in my opinion. Maybe sooner than that, maybe later than that. I don't know for sure. But here's what I would do. Vince McMahon and WWE are serious bidders within this, and Billy Corgan is on the front line as well. Dixie Carter is willing to give her spot for $4 million. How much of the company does she own? 70%, despite her not being the president. And the net profit is worth $40 million. Quote unquote. Whether that is true or not, I have no clue. Now, WWE is wanting to buy the video library, which is all fine and good. The offer is very little, not too good. But at this point, I think that if Corgan can't do crap and Dixie can't do crap, they're gonna take that offer. That's just my opinion. They're going to take that offer, and just wait. Now, for Vince McMahon, for me, he's a billionaire. I've looked up, I've done calculations in my head. If he were to pay the full price, let's just say the $40 million, if they're indeed worth that, which I don't think they are, and just to buy the company out, they would still have over $70 million for themselves, and they could put the TNA programming on the WWE network, which is what they plan on doing, which will get them more money, which means they'll get the money back. I'm not going to say no time because, well, $40 million is not a cheap amount, but you know what I mean. They'll get it back, or they could easily just get the $4 million, give it to Dixie, be like, give it. Dixie Carter would take it. They own 70% of TNA, so they have the main say of what goes on around here. They could just fire Corgan. They could kill the company, take the video library from themselves. Boom, save a lot of money with that. They could do that as well. For me, what would I do? Would I have WWE take TNA? Would I have them do that? Yes. At this point, there really is no more fighting. There is no more fighting. Like I said, it's either killing it now or delaying the inevitable. Because Billy Corgan pretty much admitted in an interview, and I can put the links down in the description down below, that delaying the inevitable. That he even said that it won't go on for months to come, which means it might not even make it to the end of this year. And that's a very big possibility that it won't make it by the end of this year. So, again, it's a situation of either shooting it down or delaying the inevitable. And if I got to do something, I want to go ahead and get it and shoot it down real quick and just put it dead. So for me, I think the best move would be now here's what I would do. Vince, don't be a complete ass. Okay? I would, like I said, would buy TNA, announce, hey, we bought TNA, but we're gonna let Bound for Glory happen. We're gonna give you guys the respect for all the hard work you guys have done. We're gonna let Bound for Glory happen. Bound for Glory happens. Final champion is crowned. Then, at the end of the show, be like, thank you all for watching TNA for all the years. Have a nice video package. And then end right there. That's just what I would do. And no matter what situation, I would honestly let Bound for Glory happen. Out of pure respect, out of fairness to them, I would let their biggest event happen and then just end it. Because that's actually a perfect way to end it, is after their biggest event, or right after the biggest event of the year is done, shut down production, kill it off right there. And it goes to show as well, those of you that want TV14 back, yeah, that'd be nice, but look what TNA is at. TNA is a TV14, right? And they're kind of down there. So that's just why I stick on the whole thing. Again, I think it's the end. I think it's the end. And I think by tomorrow, even though they have until Friday, the end of Friday, I think tomorrow, if they don't make the deal, it's not going to happen. It won't. And then that'll be the end of TNA. And, well, sucks, but, and I hate to say I told you so, but I won't say it again. If it happens, be aware. There's going to be some videos. People celebrating, people grieving. I'll be part of both. And you'll hear the full words then and there. Honest to God, though, we'll see what TNA can do. If they can make it through this, good on them. Like I said, out of respect for them, I will watch Bound for Glory this Sunday. Just out of pure respect. If it does happen, I will watch it out of pure respect. Yeah. Oh, one more thing I should add. How can now the fans of TNA, right? Once TNA is gone, they're gonna be like, wait, where do we go? Where do we go? Vince needs to get certain people in order for this to really be a success. The 4 people that come to mind. And you can add more to this if you want, if they're willing to do it, but you got to be fair to them, Vince. Don't fuck them over. The Hardys, Decay. Because the best thing about TNA right now is those 4 guys. And of course, Rebby, Rosemary are part of there as well, so go ahead and get them as well. But if you get those 6, Drew Galloway, Aaron Rex, Cody, if he's willing to do it. You just can't dick him over. EC3, maybe Lashley, maybe a couple more after that as well, but Gail Kim as well. But again, can't dick them over, okay? You can't fuck them over. You can't screw them over. You can't treat them like you did with Sting. No. You can't do that. You gotta be fair at the end of the day, For me, that's just how I would do it. But that's just my 2 cents of the whole thing. If you agree or disagree, but the TNA fanboys, you know what I'm talking to. Those of you that I know, don't go on and say, "Oh, they don't have money problems." Come on, face reality. The TNA could die, and WWE could win again for the third time. For the third time, and really, once they beat TNA, I think there is no more competition left. No offense to Ring of Honor, no offense to New Japan, no offense to Global, but what I mean by that is no competing competition. Ring of Honor, PWG, all those independent leagues, they're doing their own thing. Which, and the goal ultimately for some, not all, some people is to go to WWE. New Japan, WWE, they don't have a bad relationship. You see WWE mentioning them all the time because New Japan genuinely has a good relationship with everyone. But that's a whole different thing. Um, we will find out tomorrow or Friday. We will find out at the latest Saturday what's going to happen. Other than that, that's going to be me. Peace.